Hey, welcome back to our channel. This is Rashina.
And Sean.
We back at it to share with you some more on cryptocurrency, digital assets, all the things digital. And first of all, before we jump in tonight, I just want to say thank you so much for all of your wonderful comments. We really appreciate you, and we're so happy to be a part you to be a part of our community. And we love responding back to you guys. So thank you so much.
Yes. So tonight we have a couple viewers want us to talk about certain tokens. So we're going to talk about the three X: XRP, XLM, and XDC. First, we're going to go ahead with XLM. XLM is, I would say, the baby brother of XRP. They takes 3 to 5 seconds to settle. XLM is more basically on transaction for small business and retail with customers. So if you need to, like MoneyGram, if you want to send money through MoneyGram to other people around the country, you use XLM to convert it into cash, and then they're converted into the country currency.
Yes.
So that means that the people don't have to have a bank. So they actually they do the unbanked for people who don't have bank accounts. So XLM is very a good token, I would say, to look into and research and find out more information about it. And I'm sure you won't be disappointed.
So, and one other thing too, a commenter posted about XLM and IBM's relationship, and so we want to expound upon that a little bit. So, IBM, that company is, if you ever heard of computers, or back in the day, older computers, technology, that's where IBM, they play in that space. Not only in that space, IBM also has a something called Worldwire, a global payment network, and so IBM chose XLM to be the blockchain that supports that payment system. And basically, what they can do is send money again globally across borders using XLM's blockchain technology. And so basically how it works is a bank or a payment provider in one country could use IBM Worldwire to send money to another country. And the sender converts their local currency into the digital token, and such as the stable coin like USDC, or even the Stellar's currency, XLM, and then the transfer is sent over Stellar's network to the recipient's institution. And that institution will convert the digital token back into the local currency, completing the transaction. So that's basically the partnership between IBM Worldwire and XLM. So I just wanted to give a little bit of background on that, so you can see that the benefits that it provides. It provides cost savings. It provides flexibility. Outside of using traditional banking systems, and of course the transactions settle in seconds. All right, so that's a little bit about that partnership.
The next one we're going to talk about is XDC. XDC is, I'm going to say, this is my personal opinion, is a sleeping giant. It don't get a lot of recognition what it's doing right now. I have been partners with a lot of different companies, like RChex. And RChex is a company that's based in Europe, and they will be doing a lot of tokenization. And XDC will be working with them. And their settle time is like 2 seconds.
Wow.
So it's quicker than XDC and XRP and XLM. So XDC is definitely works on the same level as XRP and XLM. All three of them works together because they all ISO 222 compliant. So they all work together. None of the three are going to go against each other.
They're not competing.
They're not competing. They all three works differently for different things.
Yes, and we'll sum that up at the end very easily for you to understand. But I want to add to what my husband was saying about XDC. What makes XDC unique is its ability to tokenize trade finance assets. And so let me just make sure that I break that down. So basically, let's see, if you are a small business in one country and you want to work with a buyer in another country. Traditionally, you might have to wait weeks or months for banks to process all the paperwork that you need to process your transaction between the two companies. But XDC could take those documents and digitize them and process them over that blockchain almost instantly, making the entire trade faster, cheaper, and more secure. So you see, like, just like I say, what we can do that. If you want to buy and sell a car, I'm gonna say that car, another example, between two people that are in, globally apart. One is in one country, another is another country, and you want to do that, getting the paperwork to do that and sending it back and forth between the two countries would be, time consuming. But again, with XDC, and what it can do is take those documents and digitize them over the blockchain so that you can do that same transaction, that buy sell globally, internationally, seconds. So just think about the capability of what XDC could bring. So that should be relatable to even just, if you were to buy something overseas or internationally, how quickly you can get that done and facilitate that transaction without having to send paperwork back and forth.
Right. So it's definitely something to look into and research on. And last but not least, we already know about XRP.
XRP, what we normally talk about.
Yeah, we know XRP is that bridge currency for banks and financial institutions.
Yes.
And I'll let my wife go deeper.
So we've talked about this one before in some of our other videos. Typically, XRP is going to be used for large transactions, large transactions, large sums of money. That's why we say financial institutions. So before, if you ever heard of a company called Swift, like banks typically send messages back and forth to each other with data to talk about the money that they're going to be receiving. And most times, all the banks are not using the same type of messaging system. So that's how sometimes the transaction can be slower or can be confusing to the banks because they're not all using the same system. And that's why we have the ISO 200-2022 to get everybody talking the same language. So all the banks will be talking the same language with that, adopting that. And so when that happens, again, like with Swift and things like that, when XRP comes into play, it can move that money, this large amounts of money, very quickly, seamlessly, with less fees, without all the delays or that could be impacted when banks are not speaking the same language and when they have to use a more traditional method of transferring money.
Yes. So, that's all we have on those three tokens, but we want to make sure that we're giving out the information that our viewers requested and asked for. And before we leave, I would like to throw this in there. If you're not busy tonight at 7 o'clock, I would say probably in 8 minutes, Brad Gardenhouse has been interviewed by 60 Minutes, and it's gonna.
And he's the president of Ripple, right?
Yeah, he's the CEO. He's
the CEO, of Ripple. Which is the owner of XRP.
So if you want to get more information about XRP and who Brad Gardenhouse is and so on, he's going to be live tonight at 7 o'clock on 60 Minutes.
Okay.
So if you're not doing anything,
watch it, get this information. Yes. And just one more thing, just to tie them all up. XRP is a bridge currency for banks, typically for banks, financial institutions. XLM focuses on financial inclusion, bringing the blockchain to underserved communities, people that don't have banks. You can go to a MoneyGram like you would today, go to a Western Union to send money and send and receive money. XDC revolutionizes trade finance by streamlining global commerce. So we talked about putting contracts and things, digitizing them. So those are the main key differences between the three. They all bring tremendous benefits to you if you understand them. That's why we're trying to get this information out, and we hope that we are explaining it with clarity. And again, we love all your questions. We love all your feedback. Thank you so much for engaging with us, and we'll be sharing and uploading more content soon. Have a great one.
Good night.